I really thought I had a clean 100x in the making, but the things did not happen as it was intended. And I think it's only fair if I share my wins that I share as well when I make a loss. And this one, what you will learn in this video can really help you to front run most of the people and make a lot of money, but I did one mistake and I want you to avoid it. By the way, welcome and Hands Up Finance, where we study what's happening on chain because the blockchain is an open ledger, so we can see all the transaction, understand who made money, who lost money, follow the smart money, and make even more money. And also sometimes analyze better our own mistakes. Don't forget to pour down your little matcha and let's get to it. To fully understand how you could make this money, you have to understand first how a token get on the market and where the money is made. If you are at the end of the food chain of crypto, it's an ETF, like the Bitcoin ETF. Before that, it gets on one of those big exchanges like Binance. Before that, all the other centralized exchanges that are smaller and can take some risk. And before that, it's on CoinGecko or CoinMarketCap when the coin get listed here. And there is today more than 12,000 coins listed on CoinGecko. So if you understand what you will see in this video, you are at the beginning of the beginning. You are really where the money can be made. Of course, if you don't do the same mistake that I did, but for example, you see Pandora here, we had more than a 10x, more than a 50x. It's insane, the growth. Started from zero, rock bottom, and you could have made this money if you understand this. Before it gets listed on those, it goes on Uniswap. Uniswap is one of those decentralized exchanges where everyone could trade on. So when the token is listed or whitelisted in it, you know it's more popular. The more we go upstream this chain, the more we can make money. Before that, it's on Twitter. Everyone talks about it. And what happened before that? Well, you can trade it manually on Uniswap. And before that, it's the contract address. You can find the contract address in many different places, but it's when you got this one that it gets started on the blockchain. Before this contract was created, this token didn't exist. It was just nothing. So as soon as you get this, you know that you will soon be able to trade it, because on Uniswap, I can just paste the contract address and I get the coin in question. That's why this thing, the contract address, is the most important thing in crypto. And nobody tells you about it. That's why I say it should be taught in school. And now let me explain the birth of you, because I'm going to use a dating analogy so you can understand. You could have met your lady or your man in the street or at the cafe. This is the most random it could happen. By the way, the quality will kind of decrease down the arrows, same as we do in the investing. Or you could have met through some friends, referral, or doing an activity. You went yoga, you went bouldering, I don't know, you went to stand-up comedy, but that will probably not happen because they will all laugh at my jokes, or at the nightclub. Now, we start to get into the more dodgy part. Private Instagram, you manage to find it, you slide in the DM, I don't know what you do, I kick my microphone. Or public Instagram, public TikTok, that's gonna be tougher. And then it's Tinder. And the last one, I don't want to push it, but OnlyFans. So yeah. And this should also be taught in school. If you're taught how to get paid and you're not taught how to get laid, what's the point? Humanity is gone. Now, how to find this contract address? That's the important thing. You want to be the first on it. On the 13th of February, there was a launch of a new ERC404 is one of those tokens where you have the image of an NFT plus a token, and they have a massive trend now. That's how Pandora did the... So one of the members of the investors boardroom saw that there was a new launch. And what we did, we hustled like crazy to find this contract address. In fact, we were even on the chat in the war room. Yeah, I know it sounds stupid. A bunch of crypto people doing some research to find the contract address. Now, if you need an analogy to dating, I'm not going to do for this part because it's going to be too weird. But for that part, it will mean You're looking for the best place, the best spot where you could find, and you're trying to find the one because that's the ultimate goal. And we did find the contract address. We find everything. So we were ready. Now, when you're ready, what you do is you can use the sniper approach, which means we are going to use some bots. If it's complex for you, don't worry about it. It's normal. This is stuff we do in the investors boardroom. We take people from zero knowledge to advanced knowledge about what's happening on chain because it's unique in crypto. So basically we have the bot, and as soon as the token is out, the bot is going to buy for us because buying manually, it's just not worth it. You're going to compete with that. However, what happened is that when I set up my sniper, I saw that I was not the only one, and we realized there was more than 150 people ready to snipe this token when it was out. When the creator supposedly made a fake contract address at the beginning where they let all the sniper going in, and then after creating another one. What we found out is that on the second one, there was also a lot of people ready to snipe. And there was actually probably a room looking like that. I don't know why they show me like that without my gun on. This is really special AI stuff. So this is where everything started to become fishy. And the project that I thought was the best, that we were so early on, because actually, to be honest, I didn't even analyze it. I just knew, okay, I can be first on this, let's go on. This should have raised up my awareness about there is a problem here. This is the project I was on. Waifu, whatever they pronounce it. I'm French. It's going to be wrong. It's no point. And it's a terrible launch. Terrible. But what we want to understand is what happened here. Because you see, all the money in those new tokens is made right at the beginning. The first candle, you can get in later candles. It's totally possible. I'd rather be at the beginning of the food chain. I've been at the end of the food chain once. It's terrible. I had a sugar mommy, and my sugar mommy had a sugar daddy. It was, when I discovered that, I was like, okay, maybe I'm not that smart. That's all right. It will create some good jokes for my stand-up comedy. And when you check the top traders, because that's what I love to do, we can see this guy bought one transaction for $700 and made, well, $50,000 out of it. And it's in the same time frame. 10:31:47, 10:32:47, 10:33:35. Crazy, right? When I checked this first transaction, something shocked me. That person spent $10,000 in fees, in transaction fees, for an amount of $700. So he's buying for $700 worth of a token and this NFT, but paying $10,000 in fees. How is that even possible? That's where I was like, this is even more fishy than I thought. Like, this is not possible. And of course, minted tons of those NFT. Actually, it's kind of strange that it's a round number of 100, but we will give the benefit to the doubt. And actually, our developer was saying, oh yeah, someone paid $9,000 in gas fee to swipe 1/8 of my token launch, and someone made 40K in profit in 10 minutes. And then he was so proud of this. Just saying that, okay, they love the project. However, what he didn't say is that the guy sold in the same minute. So now, I don't know about you, but if you were about to put 10K on something, you would assume that you are going to stay in the trade for a bit, or you really believe in this. But I don't think that's what happened. Because then someone in the investors boardroom found out this tweet from Soul Ninja. And apparently, our guy that launched this project was already a scam that was found out by Zach XBT. That's how my trade when I went in here and I got out here. It's terrible. It's terrible. I lost a bit. I lost $500, something like that. It's fine. But still, I have to share this because I thought I'm going to make a 10x or 20x or even more. This is not how it happened. because in the craze of finding the contract address, I forgot my basics, which is to check if the project is good, to check if the developers were involved in some scam, and also when I see some red lights, bright red light like this flashing, I should know, like maybe it's time for me to go out, because if someone is sniping the transaction and ready to spend $10,000 in fees for a transaction, this person have a better level of understanding of what he's doing in this trade. And when I see that I'm not the smartest one, I would just copy the smartest one. That's why I would give you, with a link in the description, you just have to put your email, and then I will send you this file with the address of that person so you can know when they make a transaction. Also, all the influencers, some of the biggest investment firms, even some of my addresses. So you get all the information and you will make a better decisions. Now you can do those things yourself. You can research on your own. It's totally fine. Personally, I rather research with the investors boardroom, because we have all the bots and the alerts on those addresses and we monitor together. And without them, I would not have been able to do this kind of level of analysis, because it's the crowd search that make everything better. Now, if you didn't watch the video where I made money as well, then you can understand a bit more. But luckily, I didn't lost it all my money, and I still sell it before it goes even further down. So $500 loss is fine. You can put the red thumbs up, the blue thumbs up, whatever you want. But don't forget one thing before you leave. And you know it. Stay handsome. Ciao.